Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again for episode 4 of What's Up with Women's Cricket. My name is Shweta Haranhalli, and today in this segment, we are going to talk about everything surrounding the Indian women's cricket team and their performance in this edition of the Women's Asia Cup. It has been a week full of surprises as Thailand edged past Pakistan by 4 wickets earlier in the week. However, in one of the most awaited games of the tournament, Pakistan bounced back to defeat arch rivals India by 13 runs in what was supposed to be one of the most awaited clash of the tournament. One of the talking points in India's defeat against Pakistan was the batting order of the women in blue. Chasing a total of 138, India opted to experiment with their batting unit and promoted Hemlata and Pooja Vastrikar to number 4 and 5. The move seemed to have backfired for the women in blue as the duo struggled in the middle overs and India fell short by 13 runs. Well, hindsight is a wonderful thing, and honestly, if you ask me, I personally feel that Harmanpreet Kaur should have walked in at number 5, especially after India lost Smriti Mandhana early in the innings. There ain't any doubt that India were trying to give their players a chance to absorb the pressure and play a match-winning inning. I'm sure Ramesh Pawar and the team management would expect the duo to play a lot better in the pressure game, especially given their record in the domestic circuit. They have a wealth of experience leading their domestic sides Tamil Nadu and MP and definitely bat in the top 4. However, it would have been better if India had their experienced duo of Smriti Mandhana or Harmanpreet Kaur batting in the middle to help the inexperienced batters navigate through the middle overs and help them acclimatize to the conditions. While the match showcased the glaring issues with the Indian batting unit and their over-dependency on Smriti and Harman, they bounced back against the defending champions in the next encounter. Shefali Verma, who made a comeback into the side, smashed a crucial half-century to help India get off to a flyer. However, it was Jemima Rodriguez's late flourish in the back end of the innings that powered India to 159 runs in the first innings. She used her feet to the spinners and made optimum use of the sweep stroke to ensure India kept the scoreboard ticking on a slow surface. In a post-match presentation after her vital innings against Sri Lanka in the opening clash, Jemima said, "The wickets are very tricky and on the slower side, but I have prepared well for this even in Bangalore, and that preparation has really helped her become one of the mainstays of India's batting unit." And while the Indian middle order, especially the new players coming into the side, have struggled to get going in the last 2 months, it provides yet another opportunity for the fringe players to stake a claim for themselves as the Senior Women's T20 Trophy kickstarts from October 11th. With the ICC Women's T20 World Cup scheduled to take place in South Africa early next year, the women's calendar will commence with the Senior Women's T20 Trophy on October 11th. The teams will be divided into 5 groups and the table toppers from each group qualify for the knockout stages of the competition. The second place teams in the groups will be ranked from 6 to 10 based on their points, wins, quotient and net run rate. BCCI has introduced interzonal tournaments this season which will follow the domestic T20 trophy, with the top 15 players from each zone based on their performance in the competition will lock horns in a round-robin format. Based on the performance of the players in the interzonal tournament, the selectors will then pick the top 60 players and divide them into 3 teams for the T20 Challenger Trophy. With the Women's T20 World Cup scheduled to take place in South Africa early next year and the much-awaited Women's IPL in March 2023, this tournament is touted to be a stepping stone for all the domestic players to stake a claim for themselves in the national side. Well, that's it from this episode of What's Up with Women's Cricket. We'll be back next week, hopefully celebrating India's win and a lot more updates surrounding the T20 domestic trophy.